Bosa, Minister for Kampala, Mr. Kabanda calls off verification exercise for cleaners. And in sports, Uganda under-20 national football team, the Hippos, leave for Accra, Ghana. Hello there and welcome once again. We are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. On sign language, it is Elizabeth Nakakoni and I am Rukidi Kiijanangoma. Now, President Yoweri Museveni, in company of the First Lady and Minister for Education and Sports, Janet Kataha Museveni, has today awarded Mr. Abdul Katabazi with Nalubale Medal at State House in Entebbe. Now, this was during a cabinet meeting. Katabazi, a plumber and a motorcycle rider in Kikandwa Zone, Lunguja, Rubaga Division, pursued and captured the assailants who shot dead engineer Daniel Bosa, the leader of Buganda Kingdom's Ndiga clan, on Sunday, the 25th of February 2024. Engineer Bosa, aged 72 years, was also the director of Transa Electrical, and he was shot dead in his car as he approached his home in Kikandwa Zone, Lunguja, Rubaga Division. During the meeting, Katabazi narrated to President Museveni how he, with the help of other border riders, pursued and captured the assassins who killed Engineer Bosa. President Museveni commended Katabazi for being brave and fighting for the noble cause. The president further pledged to award and support other border men who participated in the capture of the assassins.
Ladies and gentlemen present, on behalf of the Office of the People of Uganda, to all civilian activists who have contributed, on the 25th of February of this year, Mr. Katabazi arrested the assassins of late engineer Daniel Bosa, the clan leader of the Ndiga clan, and the proprietor of Transa Electrical Services and Contractors. He was shot a few meters from his residence in Lunguja in Kampala City. Mr. Abdul Katabazi, with help of other residents, pursued and intercepted and disarmed the assassins. He also urged the angry mob not to kill the assassins in order to have the incriminating evidence intact and for justice to prevail for the murder of engineer Bosa, in line with the National Honors and Awards Act of 2001, as amended. His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, confers the Nalubale Medal on to Mr. Abdul Katabazi for exhibiting exceptional courage and heroism, regardless of his personal safety, in attempt to apprehend the criminals who are armed, and for countering them not to escape after the murder of a senior citizen, late engineer Daniel Bosa, the head of Ndiga clan.
In a related development, a 10 million cash reward awaits any person with information regarding Luja, the prime suspect in the assassination of the Ndiga clan leader. Luja has been linked to the planning, execution and killing of Daniel Bosa on grounds of greed, jealous and intrigue. As Ivan Kahwa reports, the suspect is in hiding.
The operation, conducted by the Criminal Investigation Directorate, Crime Intelligence and Police in Kampala Metropolitan, has resulted in the arrest of 7 suspects linked to the gruesome shooting murder of Daniel Bosa, Luomwa, and Ndiga clan head in Buganda. Among the suspects is the shooter, Lujan Noah, who survived a lynching attempt by a mob on the day of the shooting.
Who has fully regained total consciousness together with the Mire Naruwenda of Chisekwa Court.
Fred Enanga, the police spokesperson, announced that a 10 million cash reward is being offered for any leads on Luja Bosa, wanted by the CID for allegedly masterminding the plot to assassinate the Ndiga clan leader in Lunguja.
Now these are images of Luja Bosa Tabla, who is wanted. This is one of his photos. Another photo of his is like this. This is his national ID, but it may not be so clear.
Luja is believed to have orchestrated the execution, including sourcing the AK-47 gun used in the murder and identifying the location for the execution.
He's believed to be hiding in the islands. He's aged 38 and is a resident of Kabango village, Kakola Parish, Mutubagum sub-county in PG district. And he was motivated more so by intrigue, greed and jealousy.
Enanga urged members of the public to use available channels, including contacting the CID to provide information that could lead to Luja's apprehension.
Or ring CID headquarters on telephone number 0741 111 333.
Daniel Bosa was laid to rest in Impigi Town Council.
Our territorial teams in Katonga region successfully policed the burial ceremony, but want to pledge to the family and all the loved ones that the wanted suspects who are on the run are known.
Relatedly, 2 traditional healers were hacked to death in Pakwachi and Katonga by unknown individuals currently being hunted by the police. While the flying squad has arrested 2 crime suspects, part of a gang that has been conducting armed robberies in Tororo and neighboring districts. These were using a stolen gun from a police constable who was guarding nearer offices in Tororo. Ivan Kahwa, UBC News.
Now, the Inspector General of Police, John Martins Okoth-Ochola, has handed over office to his Deputy Major General Geoffrey Tumsime Katsikazi following the expiry of his contract. Ochola has served the force for 36 years, 6 of which as Inspector General of Police. Major General Geoffrey Tumsime Katsikazi will serve in acting capacity until a new IGP is appointed.
After serving the Uganda Police Force for 36 years, the outgoing Inspector General of Police, John Martins Okoth-Ochola, has retired from the institution.
Before you this day to give my stewardship report and hand over leadership of this great institution to the new IGP. Now, since there is no IGP appointed, I will be handing over to a caretaker who is the DIG.
While handing over the office to the deputy, John Martins Okoth-Ochola applauded the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces for the opportunity to serve the country.
It has been a great honor to serve under his guidance as Commander-in-Chief. His vision for a safer and more secure Uganda, devoid of violence and crime, has been inspirational not only to me alone, but other police officers as well. Not all institutional challenges could be solved in the 6 years of my tenure. Therefore, there are other unfinished critical issues that hinder professional policing, which the new administration can accomplish. Some are outlined in this handover report.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni appointed John Martins Okoth-Ochola as the Inspector General of Police on the 4th of March 2018, and his contract has expired.
When I took over the steering of affairs of this great institution, at about this time, exactly 6 years ago, we were able to register numerous achievements in policing, as well as creating a general atmosphere of calmness, togetherness, and a sense of belonging we are witnessing today. We have a sense of belonging.
John Martins Okoth-Ochola wrote to the Minister for Internal Affairs, retired Major General Kahinda Otafire, asking for conclusion of duty in the Uganda Police Force.
On the 3rd of January this year, I wrote to the Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs, who's the chairman of Police Authority, requesting to conclude my tour of duty due to personal and domestic issues that require my personal attention. You are aware of what issues I have now, personal issues.
Ochola joined the force on the 2nd of January 1988, served in portfolios of OC Entebbe Aviation Police, Head Prosecution Office, Head of Complaints Desk. He was once a Commissioner, Legal Department, also Deputy Director CID, and then Director CID. He also served as Deputy Inspector General of Police and climaxed his service as the Inspector General of Police.
I wish you all and your families the best in life and God's blessings. Long live Uganda, long live Uganda Police Force, long live everyone. Thank you very much.
Abdul Nasir Lowama and Rogers Komagum for UBC.
Now, Minister for Kampala, Hajat Misa Kawanda, has officially called off the verification exercise for cleaners at Old Kampala Pregrand. Now, this decision follows mounting tensions between the cleaners and the authorities over delayed payments. We have more in this story.
Protesters, including Lutaya Simon, a 40-year-old Ugandan who also serves as a drainage distiller in Rubaga Division under KCCA, expressed their grievances.
Nze sifuna musaala ate buli lunaku nkola simanyi lwaki siviibwayo kulwanirirwako okufuna musaala gwange. Nze kyembadde nsaba bampa omusaala gwange nze ntambule ngende bakole ku mpapula zange nze ngenda kwejjanjaba sina kyenjagala.
Simon, along with many others, has suffered from unknown skin diseases allegedly contracted while on duty.
Bwe bampitanga basudde kasasiro omwala toyinza kujeemera mukamaawo era medi yaddira naŋŋamba lutajjamu kasasiro aliwa ono nenjoolamu kasasiro bwe njoolamu kasasiro natandikirawo okwetakula. Tetufuna boots, tetufuna njeyo, tetufuna bitiyo, tetufuna wirubbalo ne ovulo mu mwaka ofunamu ovulo omulundi gutya.
The demonstrations prompted KCCA's technical wing, led by the Executive Director, Dorothy Chisaka, to initiate a verification exercise to validate the cleaners and later process payment. However, the cleaners rejected this effort, leading Minister Kabanda to cancel the exercise.
We shall do the registration after. We want to revise means of how we are going to do it.
Disagreements arose among the parties involved, with some claiming transparency issues in the verification process, while others argue that their years of service render verification unnecessary.
Kakati bali mu kutusiriwaza bajja batuverifyinga ate mu verification batufudde nga abatasoma kumbe bayina empapula bakola dda 7 Hills Sacco mwe baagala okutuyingizaamu tetwandiganye singa ekintu kyabaddemu order.
The disagreements also saw the KCCA leadership being chased off the grounds. During the protests, cleaners dressed in green jackets labeled with KCCA for a smart city highlighted the challenges they face on Kampala's roads, including the persistent issue of delayed salaries.
Abakazi bano bamaze emyezi mukaaga tebabasasula ssente. Abakozi bano bakera ekiro babalepinga
bangoba mu nnyumba. Bwe bangoba mu nnyumba ennyumba nsula ya mitwalo 4. Omusajja omukulu alina n'abaki n'abaana. Naye n'emitwalo 4 gyabula.
The Deputy Executive Director of KCCA, David Luimbazi, however, explained that the verification exercise was meant to confirm the number of cleaners for payment processing, citing the inadequacy of the funds allocated by the Ministry of Finance.
Of SACCO workers under 7 Hills and the community circles to verify that the staff lists we have in the KCC against which we make payments are actually comprised of genuine community workers.
In a related development, the 7 Hills Circle from Machindia Division, alongside others, also marched to City Hall for verification, demanding payment for 3 months' worth of work. The chairperson of Seven Hills Rubaga, Jamil Kabugo, attributed the confusion to the Lord Mayor Elias Lukwago.
Kuno kwera kwemulaba n'okulongoosa n'okugogola emyala abantu baali bakifuula bya bufuzi kyovola buli kwagafiirawo.
As tensions between KCCA cleaners and authorities mount, tomorrow's parliamentary session could offer potential resolutions as Speaker of Parliament Anita Monk last week summoned KCCA leadership to Parliament to further deliberate on the matter. Justin Nakami in Kampala.
Sad story there. Now, Forum for Democratic Change, FDC, wants all unoccupied vacancies in government given to graduates to address unemployment. The FDC deputy spokesperson, John Kikonyogo, told the media at their offices at Najana Nkumbi that government should not delay replacing officers whose terms of office expire.
What is going on in government, we don't understand. Why is the government not employing these people, we don't understand. We have a very big vacancy in Uganda today. Every year we get about 12,000 graduates every year, average. So if you are to employ these people from Makerere and to fill the vacancies which are there in government, all those graduates in Makerere who graduated for 5 years can be employed in one day. So as if this we are too much concerned. Why is the government not filling in these vacancies? And people are lacking jobs. Every year we are getting graduates, they are unemployed. We'll be nominating our candidate on the 11th March, the first day of the nomination in Dokolo. If this time is going to send all the senior members of FDC to Dokolo. Even most of the boxes will be guarded by at least one person from the headquarters. I can here announce to you that the incoming MP of Dokoro is Dr. Rosemary Aroch Ogwal. You know, this lady, we had to convince her to come from UK to come and represent our people in Dokoro to complete those assignments which we had given to Madame Cecilia Ogwal. We are already combing Dokoro, at the same time sending the party to the people of Dokolo.
And on 9th of March, we shall join our people in Dokolo to commemorate the International Women's Day. And here we want to organize a healthy camp. I know you cannot be productive when your health is not taken care of. We shall have a health camp which will be for free, and a number of services will be offered as a party. And we shall use the same opportunity to speak to the community members to understand their challenges, their plight, and how we can support them when we take over power.
We'll now take a short break, but we'll be returning with much more. Do stay with us.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock on my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
Have you packed more with Harbour jelly and Harbour foam? It will protect your skin from skin rashes. Morbid pack. It is a new improved Morbid Harbour jelly. So soft and smooth. It is a Morbid Harbour jelly.
Tell me, kids, the sense. Any irritations? No more rashes and irritations. Movit Herbal Jelly and Herbal Soap is rich in natural herbs for a smooth and glowing skin.
Movit all day confidence.
Hi Fifi, how are you?
I'm fine. Baby, whenever I eat chips and chicken, I feel stomachache, joint pain and body weakness.
My dear, go to MX Nutrition Center and learn the best food for your body. And get treatment according to your blood group.
Are you sure?
Yes.
By the way, do you know your blood group, genotype, and how much you need to exercise? Come to Timex Nutrition Center for professional advice on how to manage your health and immune boosting. At Timex, we treat diseases like diabetes, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, pressure, and many more. For details, find us at our headquarters in Kampala on Nasa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor. We also have a branch in Barara, or call us on 0758 819952 or 0778 288361. Timex, be your own doctor.
Special announcement. The Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement, NRM, informs party members and the entire public that the membership registration exercise will run from Wednesday 13th to Sunday the 17th of March 2024. You are therefore requested to go to your branches or villages to participate in the display, update, and registration of your details. Those confirmed dead, left the area, or crossed to other political parties should be publicly deleted from the register, while the new residents and those who have come of age be added. Please note that every member must show up in person, and only registered individuals will participate in the internal party structure elections and party primaries.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. A warm welcome to those of you just joining us. Now, the National Social Security Fund has hit 20 trillion shillings in assets under management 1.5 years ahead of schedule. In 2015, the fund launched the 2015-2025 strategic plans with a key strategic objective to grow the fund's assets under management to 20 trillion shillings by 2025. Dennis Igoa.
Uganda's National Savings Scheme, the NSSF, has hit the Uganda shillings 20 trillion mark almost 2 years ahead of schedule. Some of the key drivers that enabled the fund to achieve the milestone are consistent growth in both contributions from both members and income from the fund's investments.
The unwavering focus to deliver our value proposition of safety, convenience and empowerment to our members has propelled the fund to achieve the 20 trillion by end of February 2024, 1.5 years ahead of schedule.
Contributions increased from 688 billion in 2015 to 1.27 trillion in 2020 and hit the 1.72 trillion in 2023. Despite the volatile economic environment over the last decade, income has also consistently increased.
In 2015, we set an audacious goal, and that is to grow the fund from 5.5 trillion shillings to 20 trillion shillings by June 2025. Little did we know that that journey would be filled with potholes and disruptive thorns. A global pandemic that kept us locked for almost 2 years, an unprecedented midterm benefit payout, and a disruptive and intrusive investigation.
In 2015, the fund's income stood at 583.2 billion, but rose to 1.47 trillion by 2020, and in the last financial year, the fund recorded a 2.2 trillion shillings in realized income.
We're now on the brink of a new era, a new day where we aim to redefine what's possible once again. Our next goal, 50 trillion by 2035.
Dennis Igoa for UBC News.
Now, officials from the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries failed to give accountability of 15 billion shillings for the goat rollout project, a query that was indicated in the Auditor General's report for financial year ended 30th June 2023. According to the Auditor General, most of the goats died in the first week of delivery.
Officials from the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, led by the Permanent Secretary Major General David Chomokama, have appeared before the Public Accounts Committee of Parliament to answer audit queries in the Auditor General's report year ended 30th June 2023. One of the queries that attracted a heavy debate was the goat rollout project, where the ministry was given 15 billion shillings. Accordingly, they procured 150 goats from Sembeguya Estates Uganda Limited at 398,000 shillings and also imported 71 exotic breed goats at 528 million shillings, with each costing 7.4 million shillings. The auditor raised an issue of high mortality of these goats, farmers not keeping records of goat enterprise performance, and failure to undertake supervision by the implementing ministry, which led to members of the committee questioning the capacity of supplier and how he was sourced.
This Sembeguya man, he provided 150 goats, okay, to our farmers. All of them died.
I asked you, Mr. Chairman, that they should send someone to bring all the relevant documents on how Sembeguya was sourced. Actually, you have just stated now that Sembeguya was, as you said, the Kayungiris.
An MOU, and he said you go and pick anything, then you come and supply, and in the process, actually, collected diseases.
From wherever you got them from, very sick, coughing, sneezing. Yeah, they had every kind of sickness. Then you give them to farmers. So for me, Chair, I do observe that for this project, it would be so unfair for us to even think that it succeeded in any way.
The project coordinator, Dr. Kajura Stephen, failed to give the committee information how Sembeguya was sourced, saying by the time he took office, he found him already contracted. Committee members did not believe him, hence subjected him to taking an oath.
Were you the officer?
Yes.
You are the officer?
I was for this financial year, yes.
I put him on oath because I'm going to be very, very, very serious here.
I, Stephen Kajura, do hereby solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give touching the matter before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
The mortalities were high for two reasons. One, what we call goat plague, pestis dipeptitis ruminantia. It broke out in very many districts of Uganda.
Other members of the committee had mixed submissions on this audit query that include providing a Procurement Act file and ministry officials and the supplier not following the MOU, especially establishing a holding ground for the goats before distribution.
The project casually takes it that business is as usual. So, Chair, for me, I would think this project will require a very forensic audit.
Why didn't we comply with this particular provision that required the holding ground to be established? At least the goats are monitored before they are actually distributed.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, Major General David Chomokama, requested the committee to allow them make a comprehensive report on all the issues raised. However, the chair, Mwanga Chivumbi, directed the CID to accompany Dr. Kajura, get the documents and also make a statement.
We accepted goats which were sick and with running noses and died. Chair, I would request that we give you a comprehensive report on these two issues, and I would request we put these responses in writing with all the evidence that we require for this.
The entity did not implement some of the activities despite having received money. Accordingly, activities worth 8.7 billion shillings were not implemented, but the response of the ministry was that they were rolled over to the next financial year. I'm Nafka Farida and Dan Lugemwa in Kampala.
The Office of the Director, Public Prosecutions, has informed court that investigations into the murder case of senior prosecutor Joan Kagezi are complete. Although court was to commit the accused to High Court for trial, this was impossible since they were not in court. Meanwhile, Nakawa Chief Magistrates Court has set the 18th of March 2024 to resume with a case where Choto Rashid, alias Njovu, is accused of murdering British tourist nationals at Queen Elizabeth National Park.
The accused persons in the murder case of Senior State Attorney Joan Kagezi include Chibuka John, Masajage John, Chiseka Dan, and Nasul Abdara.
Of this month.
Although the accused were ordered to appear in court to the formation of the case, this was impossible since prison failed to bring them to court. Prosecution led by Jatiko Thomas, however, informed court that investigations into this case are complete.
The Director of Public Prosecution informs this court that the inquiries and investigations into the murder of the late Joan Namas Kagezi are complete, and the requisite papers, that is the indictment and summary of the case, have been prepared. Therefore, prosecution's prayer that this honorable court be pleased to issue a production warrant for all the 4 accused persons to appear physically before this honorable court for purposes to appear before this honorable court for purposes of having them committed to stand trial for the International Crimes Division of the High Court.
Magistrate Elias Kakoza set 6th March 2024 to resume with the case. Prosecution alleges that on 30th March 2015, in Chiwatule, Kampala suburb, the 4 accused persons and others still at large murdered senior prosecutor Joan Kagezi Namazi. Meanwhile, Magistrate Elias Kakoza has set 18th March 2024 to resume with the case where Choto Rashid alias Njovu is accused of murdering UK tourist nationals and their tour guide at Queen Elizabeth National Park last year. Prosecution Thomas Ejatiko told court that inquiries into the case are almost complete to have the accused committed to High Court for trial.
Prosecution humbly prays this honorable court that another date be given. Director believes the investigation shall be complete and have the accused person committed.
Choto Rashid alias Njovu and others still at large. Prosecution alleges that while in Queen Elizabeth National Park murdered UK couples Barrow David James and Gay Cecilia and their tour guide Eric Arai by shooting. Choto is also accused of robbing them their belongings, among others travel documents and their national IDs. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Residents of Ntinda have protested against increased land wrangles in their area, calling for the resident city commissioner's intervention. The residents claim they were evicted from their houses by a private security company, which they say was illegal.
Land row erupted in Ntinda on Commercial Road over the weekend after a family was evicted and thrown out of the house by a private security company.
Someone was saying that I can shoot. They don't know.
The land, measuring an acre, housed the family of more than 10 members. However, another person also claimed the ownership of the same land.
Unfortunately, our parents passed away, and right now what is happening is that we have been evicted from our own home. Yes. Despite having court orders, despite having injunctions, we get no help from the police, and right now, as we speak, private security jumped over our fence and they beat us up in the middle of the night and kicked us out of this property. Imagine. They are called Magnum Security. They do not have any respect for any court orders that we have. They do not have any respect for the law itself.
They just jumped on us. Imagine a man cocks a gun and puts it on your belly, telling you to get out. Within seconds, like he's saying, he's going to fire. What is that? This is Magnum Security, which we are talking about. And that's what they are doing to us. That's why we are insisting. That's why we are protesting.
In a protest by the residents over the weekend, they called for justice.
All
all of us, we grew up here, we've come here. If this issue is in court, why would they bring private security? Why isn't police here?
Go for help. We have gone to court. We have every order. We have every injunction. These people have no respect for the law. Where does a Ugandan get help from? We need help.
Family members acknowledged that the land has been contested for long, but says the matter was still in court and it was illegal to evict them before the matter is disposed by the court.
Semakula Yusuf is one who purports to own this place. But even that ownership that he's talking about, if he's the owner, he should go to the courts and sort it out through the courts. But he's taking shortcuts.
The resident city commissioner Nakawa Division, Sheikh Kasim, visited the contested piece of land and pledged to summon a meeting with the aggrieved parties to resolve the matter.
The way forward is this, that tomorrow, Monday, I will write a letter calling for an abrupt security meeting on Tuesday morning. The meeting shall be attended by the contesting parties, but also all parties involved in the deployment of the security on your property. So I expect a team and her team. I expect the other party, but with documents, because I hear there are court orders which I have not seen.
Philip Aguta for UBC News in Kampala.
Now, the Ministry of Water and Environment has commissioned and handed over Nwamba catchment projects worth 32 billion shillings to the leadership of KCCA Municipality and KCCA District. The projects include bamboo planting along the river, delisting of a 5-kilometer at River Nwamba, coffee processing hala machine in Ichanzuki Ward, a housecraft to Chondo Scale Builders Association, an eco-tourism house to Chiriba, Chadumba, Kibenge Community Tourism Association, among others.
In the past years, River Nwamba has been a threat to the lives of the people of KCCA Municipality who live near the river banks. The river has always burst its banks, causing loss of lives and destruction of property. Ministry of Water and Environment secured 32 billion shillings from the World Bank to control Nwamba River from flooding. While commissioning and handing over the various projects to KCCA Municipality and KCCA District Authority, the State Minister for Water, Aisha Sechindi, encouraged the communities to continue conserving the environment.
I'm requesting the people of KCCA, especially those ones who settled near river banks, to protect and continue listening and go for more trainings.
We want to thank you for the resources you have injected in, and we don't take it for granted because Uganda is big. You could have even gone elsewhere because they have similar challenges, but you prioritized this area to benefit from. And
Ivan Tumuhimbise, the country director, WWF, noted that they have worked closely with the Ministry of Water and Environment on interventions of River Nwamba.
First, we are driven to the fact that the source of this river is from Mount Rwenzori National Park, and basically wanted to work together with the local communities, local leaders, together with the ministry, to make sure that we're able to restore the degraded banks. This river, those ones who are familiar with this region, we had more or less given up. We know that the river will come and affect people. And we worked with the communities together with the ministry to make sure that we're able to design interventions that are nature positive in nature.
Fred!
Osmosis.
Freddy! Fred Dollar, my boss, CEO Inojo, the general of generals, the conqueror of conquerors, the first and the final, the sky above the skies, the promised land, the terms and the conditions, the international king crocodile, the source of the Nile.
I don't have money today.
Just take a polite loan of 200k to stock my shop. The signs and symptoms of success. The bank commander, not the bank teller.
Why hassle for a loan when you've got MTN Momo? We're sorting. Use the Momo app or dial *165*5# for all quick loans. Choose from the different loan options from our partners and get one that works for you. Together, we're unstoppable.
The government of Uganda and the Uganda Bureau of Statistics is calling upon all stakeholders such as the chief administrative officers, city mayors, resident city commissioners, city clerks, city and division councillors, wards and LC chairpersons, as well as the residents and business communities to cooperate with the UBOS field teams as we embark on advanced preparations to conduct the National Population and Housing Census on the 10th of May 2024. The census will be a 10-day exercise to obtain statistical data and information that will be used for planning and policy formulation, including information on 1. How many we are, 2. Where we are, 3. How we are living, 4. What we own, and 5. Where we access services from. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics has now started listing of households and mapping in the 11 cities of Arua, Fort Portal, Gulu, Hoima, Jinja, Lira, Mbale, Masaka, Mbarara, Soroti, and in the Greater Kampala comprising of Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono districts. For more information, please call 0755 342 128 or 0773 342 128. This message is brought to you by the Executive Director and Census Commissioner, Uganda Bureau of Statistics. Census 2024. It matters to be counted.
As Uganda and as UBTS, we are hosting a high-level scientific blood transplant congress from the 4th to the 7th of March at Peak Resort, Munyonyo. I call upon everybody to come and attend this important congress where we shall share knowledge, expertise, and new innovations in the field of blood.
Welcome back. Let's have a look at business news. Now, various public, private and civil society organizations have been recognized in different categories for excelling in providing decent employment for Uganda's workforce. This was at the Federation of Uganda Employers 18th Annual Employers Awards of the year 2023 dinner held at Speak Resort, Munyonyo. Wadulo Mark Arnold reports.
The Federation of Uganda Employers is determined to fulfill its mandate of boosting productivity and a quality Ugandan workforce.
We are looking at productivity. We are looking at competitiveness of a company. So what can you do to make your company more competitive?
At this 2023 Employers Awards of the Year, several organizations have been recognized for managing talent sustainably while fostering innovation in various sectors of the economy. It is common for most Ugandan organizations to struggle catching up with evolving trends. However, embracing challenges and rewarding workers has been cited to foster company growth.
We should focus on the internal dynamics because that is where we will actually see the challenges that our organizations are struggling with.
Represented at the dinner, the International Labour Organization asserted the need for cooperation between government and private sector.
So we want for all these three partners or three parties to come together and have dialogue and talk about issues that essentially promote decent work.
Notable awards were given to MTN for gold, Nile Breweries for silver, and Uganda Breweries Limited for bronze, all for overall employers of 2023. Wadulo Mark Arnold, for UBC.
We'll take a break and return with the latest in sports.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, it is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Sports news now, and Ugandan teams to compete at the All Africa Games continue arriving in Ghana, the host for the 2023 edition. Badminton, boxing and football are among those disciplines that have athletes already at the Games, and this time around, Uganda expects to table more medals than before.
Uganda under-20 national football team, the Hippos, departed for Accra, Ghana, Monday morning aboard Ethiopian Airlines for the All Africa Games. 20 players were earlier summoned by head coach Molebye Kwaso, with notable names included in the squad. Abbas Chayuneo Sports Club Villa, Arafat Chiza Usma of KCCA, Patrick Jonah Kakandeo Sports Club Villa, Shafiq Magu of Chitara FC, Alpha Sali of Express FC, together with Bruno Bunyanga of URA FC, were part of the team. Uganda plays its first game against Nigeria on the 7th before competing against Senegal on the 11th. Uganda has competed in every All Africa Games edition since 1965, fielding athletes in boxing, badminton, football, among other sports disciplines. Meanwhile, lady weightlifter Lydia Nachide, who won a bronze medal in the Africa Senior Championships in Egypt, has been voted the now Special USPA Sports Personality for February after gathering 325 votes. Nachide won the accolade ahead of Uganda's professional golfer Ronald Dugumayo, who had 245 votes, and the Uganda under-17 women's national team that had 240 votes. Rally driver Jas Mangat, who won the Mbara Rally, was recommended, just like the badminton team that won silver at the Thomas and Uber Championship in Egypt.
Appraisal system, it's a tradition that we consistently hold, and we believe that in the past month, Lydia Nachide was the outright, members of outrightly favored her ahead of anyone else. We believe that a transcendental stage of that nature, a global stage of that nature, with a galaxy of competitors winning a bronze and being on the podium merits a recognition, and members felt she was the deserved winner.
Good one, I think, for the golfer. For the weightlifter. Yes, Mr. Samuelson.
We've almost come to the end of this News Tonight edition, but before we leave you, let's have a reminder of our top stories. News headlines tonight. President Yoweri Museveni awards Abdul Katabazi, who killed the assassin of engineer Daniel Bosa. Police puts a 10 million shillings bounty on Lugia Bosa, the prime suspect in the assassination of engineer Daniel Bosa. Minister for Kampala Misa Kabanda calls off verification exercise for cleaners. And in sports, Uganda under-20 national football team, the Hippos, leave for Accra, Ghana. And that's all we have time for. Thank you so much for having kept us company. On sign language, it has been Elizabeth Nakakuni and I am Rukidi Kiijanangoma. But we'll leave you with the weather forecast for tomorrow with Kutesa Mili at the Weather Center.
Thanks for tuning on UBC. My name is Kutesa Mili with your weather update. We woke up to a light showers within the central part of our country and across lake shores, but the other areas woke up to a bright sunny day. Seeing the satellite picture, we're having a rain belt being retrieved back into our country in combination with the local effects like Lake Victoria and the mountainous areas bring us the rainfall that we are seeing lately. Tomorrow morning though, we expect to wake up to a thunder showers within our capital city Kampala and parts of Masaka and Mwende, but Nakasongola is expected to wake up to a bright sunny day tomorrow morning. Moving to the eastern, we are waking up to a bright sunny day, parts of Salty, but the rest of the areas with light shows. Moving to the western stretch is to wake up with a light sunny intervals in the early mornings of tomorrow, and the northern sector is also expected to wake up to a sunny intervals in the tomorrow mornings. Afternoon hours, we are seeing a pickup of light showers within the central part at a maximum of 26 degrees Celsius across parts of Kampala and parts of Masaka. Mwende with 27, Nakasongola with 28 degrees Celsius. Moving to the eastern, we are seeing a pickup of light showers at a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius across Salty, 28 across Jinja, Tora and the nearby areas. Moving the western stretch, apart from the morning, but in the afternoon hours, we are seeing a pickup of light showers that side at a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius across parts of KCCA, Masindi with 29, Barra with 26, Kabale Highlands with the lowest of 23 degrees Celsius. The northern sector is expected to have a pickup of light showers in the afternoon hours at a maximum of 31 degrees Celsius. Apart from Arua, where we are seeing a sunny intervals even in afternoon hours at a maximum of 29 degrees Celsius. Yes, moving out of Uganda, touring the cities across the globe, we are forecasting sunny conditions across Cairo and Doha at a maximum 28 degrees Celsius across Cairo, 27 across Doha. London with sunny intervals at a lowest of 12 degrees Celsius. Washington, D.C. with the cloudy conditions at 16 degrees Celsius. Berlin with light showers, but temperatures are a little bit low with 8 degrees Celsius only. Thanks for tuning on UBC. I remain Kutesa Mili. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
The International Women's Day was first celebrated in Uganda on 8th March 1984 at State House Entebbe, and since then, this remarkable day has been commemorated